What's going on, guys? Logan here for a new video, and today I'm gonna be talking about how my Mustang's held up now that I just got over 90,000 miles. I'm like right at the dot, 90,000 in like 5 miles. Basically, I'm gonna be talking about any kind of issues I've had with my car, anything I've had to change, anything that's broke, anything like that. And just as a reference, I have had the car since 28,000 miles. The previous owner, he actually found me on YouTube, and he let me know that nothing has happened with the car. Actually, it was his little baby, and he actually hated that he had to trade it in. But he had to trade it in for another car with a little bit more room because he had a new family. So for the last 62,000 miles, my 2012 Mustang GT has actually been holding up pretty good. As far as the things that's gone wrong, the molded lead frame went out, which caused the output speed sensor to go out, which was causing some erratic shifting. All kind of weird. Look at this. Oh yeah, what the? Wheels just screeched. What the? Going all kind of crazy. This he's just revving up, and it's revving up by itself. But that is a known issue with the automatic transmissions from 2011 and 2014. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of recall issued soon, so I'll actually be able to get my money back, because it only cost me about $1,100 to repair it, but still that's $1,100. Now the weird thing about that whole situation is that my transmission really should have been recalled, because anything that was built before, I believe, what is it, February 23rd of 2012, mine was built like February 5th. So anything that was built before February 23rd should have been on that recall. Mine wasn't for some reason, but the dealership said that they might extend the recall to actually include my car later on in the future, so I just went ahead and paid it. Now as far as any other issues I've had, the rear lower control arms, the bushings went out on the stock arms, and it was causing a weird little thing to happen whenever I would accelerate. It would seem like the rear end of my car wanted to kick out, and then whenever I would stop accelerating, it would go back to normal. But all that was the rear lower control arm bushings, so all I had to do, buy new control arms. Well, all I actually had to do was get new bushings, but I just bought new control arms altogether. But besides that, honestly, I don't have any kind of complaints with my car. It's been wrecked twice because somebody that actually came up from behind me, they rear-ended me going about 20-25 miles an hour. All that happened was the compartment where the spare tire is, all it did was crumple in. No other damages besides that, besides the bumper. And the other accident was when I was driving to late model restoration. I hit a bump, and then on the other side of the bump there was a big old puddle, so I hydroplaned going 60 miles an hour straight into a wall, but very minimal damage. I still haven't fixed it yet. I'm getting to that, but I already got my frame checked, no damage there. But this is all the damage that happened from hitting a wall going 60 miles an hour. The shock absorber, I don't know if you can see it, that little bar right there, was pushed in just a little tiny bit, but that didn't affect the frame, so this car is a very stout car. But that is getting fixed soon because I can't stand driving around with a messed up bumper. But my house flooded 10 feet during Harvey, all the way up to about right there. So that's kind of taking the precedence over my car, but my car's getting fixed soon, trust me. So for the last 3 years, this has been my daily, and honestly, no complaints. Great gas mileage, it's quick enough, has 400 rear wheel horsepower, and I definitely won't drive my car like a granny, so I am thoroughly impressed that, I don't have major engine issues, transmission issues, or anything like that. If anything, I test the car, I push it to its limits nearly every day. Let's just say I floored it one time every day since I've had it. That's nearly 1,000 times that I've floored it, and I know that I've done it more than that. I've taken it to the track, I've gone at least 20 passes. Quickest pass so far is 1280 at 111 miles an hour, so no engine issues. Okay, let's go! Buddy, so a quick drive through Mexico and I got a Charger. So between all the burnouts, the drag passes, just me racing people on the road, I'm thoroughly impressed. And if my engine were to blow up tomorrow, I really wouldn't be too hurt because I know that I've abused this car. And I live here in Texas. I usually have to drive, well actually I used to have to drive about 45 miles or 45 minutes just to go to work one way, and then 45 minutes back, and I have to be on the highway. And on that particular highway, everyone speeds, so I'd be going anywhere from about 90 to 100 miles an hour the entire time I'm on that highway, which was a solid 30 minutes. So no overheating issues, especially here in Texas with the 100-degree weather. And as far as modifications to my car, I have had the long tube headers the entire time, and my car has been lowered the entire time, so no engine issues, no exhaust issues, and no suspension issues minus the lower control arms. So if you want a really good daily driver that's reliable, good gas mileage, plenty of power, look at a 2011, 2014 Mustang GT. It's been 90,000 thoroughly enjoyed miles. So if you're thinking about 2011, 2014 Mustang GT, it's definitely worth it. But this is just my opinion. Go over to Edmunds or whatever, like thecars.com, read reviews about what people have said about them, and you'll see yourself. Now that right there is all that I could really think about talking about my car, you know, for the first 90,000 miles I've had it. If y'all have any other questions for me in particular, just leave them down in the comments, I'll definitely get to them. So guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.